Citizens, it's that time. You are officially in the Alert Zone. Welcome to the Alert Zone TV. I'm the Wizard Uncle James. Welcome to another episode of Never Again, the docu-series we doing here at the Alert Zone. If you're 18 years of age or older and are able to legally practice your Second Amendments under the Second Amendment is not wrong. It is not illegal under the Constitution. Let me just go ahead on and get into the gist of today's conversation. We want to talk about the Walmart El Paso mass shooting and how that came about, and let's just get into it. So in order to get the gist of what actually happened, I had to go to Wikipedia. 2019 El Paso shooting. On August 3rd, 2019, a terrorist mass shooting occurred at a Walmart store in El Paso, Texas, United States. The gunman, 21-year-old Patrick Wood Crucius, killed 23 people and injured 22 others. The Federal Bureau of Investigation investigated the shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime. The shooting has been described as the deadliest attack on Latinos in modern American history. Crucius was arrested and charged with capital murder in connection with the shooting. He posted a manifesto with white nationalist and anti-immigrant themes on the image board 8chan shortly before the attack. The manifesto cites the Christchurch mass shootings earlier that year and the far-right conspiracy theory known as the Great Replacement as an inspiration for the attack. On February 8, 2003, following the announcement the Department of Justice would not seek the death penalty, Crucius pleaded guilty to 90 federal murder and hate crime charges. On July 7, Crucius was sentenced to 90 consecutive life sentences, but he's currently pending trial for state charges that will still potentially result in a death penalty under Texas jurisdiction if found guilty. So I wanted to talk about what motivated this guy. His hatred of non-Anglo or non-white people, but particularly his hatred of Latinos, Hispanics, whatever y'all want to be called, Chicanos. Just get the gist of what this is about. He drove from Dallas to El Paso, 600 miles, with an AK-47. That's the weapon that was used. He targeted that particular Walmart because he knew it was predominantly Hispanic. And he opened fire. He started in the parking lot and went through the store. There was a guy that survived the shooting that said this one particular time he had went with his mom, she didn't have her gun in her purse. Had she had her gun, he would have at least got into a firefight with this guy. The response from the Latino community was the rise in gun sales legally. The community decided to start arming itself, getting their permits and what have you, and that's the correct response to try and prevent something like this. But this delves into something deeper, the amount of hatred that exists in the world and in this country. I know me as a black American man, sometimes it sounds like a broken record when I bring that up. But I bring that up for a reason. Just like in the hood, when you stand by and watch a particular person destroy their neighborhood, don't feel because they haven't targeted you, your time is not coming. When we stand by and watch hateful acts go on, deliberate hateful acts, that's violent. I don't mean because you disagree with somebody's ideology, but I mean deliberate hate. Don't think because it hasn't happened to you and your group, it's not coming. When people continue to commit crimes and don't get stopped, it emboldens them. Because hate has never been stopped, hate is emboldened. This was an hateful act. I know a lot of the Hispanic community was saying, how off guard they were, how surprised they were, and, what have you. But I say to all communities, we can't continue to allow hate to thrive and don't think hate won't turn around and gobble us up. Because it's not your group this time doesn't mean it can't be next time. I got my 300 blackout with me today. I got the mag that actually fits the men too. You know, I've seen people on YouTube and around the country ask, why do you need these? Go to El Paso and ask the survivors of the El Paso massacre at Walmart why we need these. See, had he been met with one of these out in the parking lot, that could have turned out to be something totally different. For those of you who think that's too extreme, having this could have been a game changer. Right here. Walther PK 380, my EDC. But whatever your EDC is, even if it was a 22, having a legally owned firearm, as that one guy said, could have changed the game. This guy had on body armor on his chest, but he had shorts on. So he was exposed down here. To the Latino, Hispanic community, I want to say great job on y'all response and getting legally armed. You guys have already seen me in Mexico. You know, the alert zone welcomes everybody. That's about self-protection and protecting yourself. We do not ever advocate for violence, and we don't ask that you be the aggressor. All we ask is that you protect yourself. This was just a short memo and a reason to remind people why legally armed people need stuff like this. You want to have this as a deterrent. When somebody gets out with one of these and act a fool, you want to have one to act a fool with too. You want to be like this. You don't want to be empty-handed. Even if you got one of these, that would be a good thing. Hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the El Paso massacre. Till next time, stay safe, stay armed, stay on high alert.